Geeta Camp 2011. Over this week, we have been learning shlokas and the translations from the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita called Attaining the Supreme. Today, we shall present to you with all my other friends about what we learned during this past week. In the first 2 verses of the 8th chapter, Arjuna asks Krishna 8 questions. Kim tad brahma, kim adhyatmam, kim karma purushottama, adibhutam cha kim proktam, adidevam kim uchyate. Kim tad brahma, what is Brahman? Kim adhyatmam, what is self? Kim karma, what are fruitive activities? Purushottama. Here, Arjuna addressing Krishna as Purusha Uttama, which means he is the Uttama Purusha, Supreme Person. Adibhutam Parambhava. What is his material manifestation? What is his material manifestations? Adidevam Kimuchyate, and what are the demigods? In the second question, he continues. Adhyajnakatam kotra dehesmin madhusudana prayanakane chakatam neyosi niyatatmabihi. Adhyajnakatam kotra, who is the Lord of sacrifice? Dehesmin madhusudana, and how does he live in this body? O Madhusudana. Here, Arjuna addresses Krishna as Madhusudana because he killed the Madhu demon. In this way, he is asking the Lord to remove his doubts. He also, Prayanakale Jagatam Neyosi Niyatatmabihi, and how do those who are in your devotional service remember you at the time of death? Arjuna answers in the next few verses. Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhavo Adhyatam Uchyate Bhutabhavo Dvavakaro Visarga Karma Samnita. Who can remember the first question?
Brahman.
What is Brahman? The indestructible, transcendental living entity is called Akshara Brahman, what which never perishes. The super soul is called Parabrahman. Adhyatma, which means the eternal nature of the soul. Our eternal nature is to be servants of Krishna at all times. Subhava means those impressions that go with the soul birth after birth. Karma means actions pertaining to the development of the material body of the living entities. In this slide, we can see that when a person does yajna, the demigods get pleased and send rain. With rain, we are able to get our grains and beans. With grains, we can make different foodstuffs, and with the foodstuffs, we get children. This is a cycle. This is a cycle which goes on and on. Adibhuta means the physical nature which is constantly changing. Here, we know that there are 8,400,000 species of life. One of them are pandas, mammals, birds, etc. Adideva means the universal form which consists of all the demigods, such as the sun and moon. And the Lord, who is represented as the super soul, lives in everyone's heart. And he is called Adiyajna, Lord of sacrifice.
As Krishna continues with the verses, one who remembers me at the time of death will attain me by eternal nature abode. Therefore, Arjuna, remember me, and your activities dedicated to me, mind and intelligence fixed on me, fight. Antakale cha mameva smaran mukta kalevaram ya prayati samadbhavam yati nashti atra samsheha yam yam vapi smaran bhavam sajjate yanta kalevaram tam tam me vaiti kanteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. Father gave us an caterpillar who was going to be becoming a butterfly was thinking of a butterfly. At the same life, he became a butterfly. So if you think of Krishna, you can enter as eternal abode. This is Maharaj Bharat. He was a nice king, and when he got old, he moved to the forest. One day he saw a lion chasing off an adult deer. A baby deer fell out of the mother deer. Well, then Maharaj Bharat took the deer and took care of the deer, fed the deer, played with the deer, and at the time of death, he was thinking of the deer. For his next life, he got the deer. Hare Krishna. So in chapter 8, verse 9, Krishna explains 10 ways that we can meditate upon him. Kavim Puranam Manushashtitaram Anoraniyam Sham Anushmeridya Sarvasya Dataram Achintarupam Aditya Varnam Tamasha Parashtat. Kavim, the one who knows everything. Krishna knows everything because he resides inside everyone's heart in this super soul as Paramatma. The Puranam, the oldest. Krishna is the oldest. Krishna is the oldest and he is eternal. Anushashtitaram, the controller. In the material world, we cannot even control our body. When we get sick, we have to go to the doctor. But Krishna is so powerful that he can control the whole universe. I know who is smaller than the smallest. Krishna is smaller than the smallest because he is present inside each and every atom. And he is also larger than the largest. Dataram, the maintainer. Brahma creates the universe, Shiva destroys the universe, but Krishna maintains this universe. Achinta Rupam, beyond material conception, inconceivable, and always a person. He is beyond material nature because his body is spiritual, but he is always a person. And inconceivable. No one in this universe can actually understand him. Luminous like the sun. Aditya Varna. Krishna's effulgence is as bright as thousands and thousands of sun. All beyond material nature. Tamasha Parashtat. He is beyond material nature and transcendental. So Krishna says, for the people, for who remembers him, he is easy to obtain. In the next 4 slokas, Krishna talks about Yoga Mishra Bhakti. Krishna speaks about how yogis put their life air. Krishna speaks about how yogis put their life air between their eyebrows and utter the word Om. But Krishna's so nice, he tells us an easier way to get to God ahead, and that is by chanting. Krishna says, chanting is the easiest way to get to God ahead. So, is chanting easier or is the yogi process easier? Once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had to go to the bathroom, and And then when he came out, a little boy named Gopal was asking him, "Why are you holding your tongue?" And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Because my tongue can never stop chanting." And then I thought it would be a big offense. And then the small boy Gopal said, "It's not a big offense. You have to chant wherever you go, even in the bathroom." And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "I shouldn't do that." And now I'm going to call you Gopal Guru.
As Krishna continues talking, if you come to my planet, you'll never come back. Mama Petya Punarjanma Vikalyama Shashvatam Nautnayanta Mahatmanaha Samsiddhim Paramamgataha. From the highest planet, the material world, down to the lowest, all the places of misery, when repeated birth and death take place, but one who takes my birth, or son of Kunti, never takes birth again. Brahma Brahma Loka Panaravatino Arjuna Mama Petya Tokanteya Panarjanma Na Vidyate. As Krishna says, even heavenly plans are influenced by time. One day Lord Brahma is a kalpa, 1,000 cycles of 4 yugas. One night Lord Brahma is a naimittika, or a partial devastation, 1,000 cycles of 4 yugas. Sahasra yuga paryantam ahar yud brahmana vidu, ratrim yuga sahasrantam teho ratri vido janaha. Lord Brahma lives 100 of these years, or 311 trillion and 40 billion earth years. But Lord Brahma is subject to death in due course of time, again and again.
Parastasmatu bhavanyo avyakto vittat sanatana yasa sarveshu bhuteshu nashyatsu na vinashyati. Krishna's supreme abode is unmanifest and infallible, eternal and transcendental, to manifested and unmanifested matter, never annihilated, remains the same even when this world is annihilated. The supreme destination, that place from which, having attained it, one never returns. It is attainable only by unalloyed devotion. Although he is present in his abode, he is all-pervading and everything is situated within him. Krishna is blowing out all the planets and he's in his planet too.
The next 4 verses pertain to the Jnana Yogis, Karma Yogis, and Ashtanga Yogis. All these yogis after many years of tapasya, fix their time of death so that they do not have to come back into this material world birth after birth. Those yogis who know the Supreme Person attain the Supreme by passing away during the influence of the fire god, or in the light at an auspicious moment of the day, or during the fortnight of the waxing moon, or during the 6 months when the sun travels to the north. The mystic who passes away from this world during the smoke and at the fortnight of the waning moon, or at night, or in the 6 months when the sun travels to the south, attains the moon planet. But when one passes in light, he doesn't have to return. But when one disappears in darkness, he has to return. As we come to the end of the 8th chapter chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in the last verse that a person who accepts the path of devotional service will attain the spiritual growth just by performing devotional service. This means that the devotee, a pure devotee, does not have to perform such Vedic processes such as studying the Vedas, performing rituals, and other different difficult tasks. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
On Krishna's lotus feet, tell me the name of eight gopis. Lalita, Vishaka, Tumdalika, Lekha, Champakalata, Tungavidya, Vajradharani, Veskopika, Rasiri, Tulasiri, on Krishna's lotus feet. Tell me the name of eight gopis. Lalita, Vishaka, Indulekha, Tangadevi, Surevi, Suchitra, Champakanata, Tungavidya, Vajradharani, Veskopika.
father's order, he began to rule the great kingdom. He also fulfilled his father's desire and married beautiful Panchajana. Queen Panchajana gave birth to 5 wonderful sons, who were named Sumati, Rashtrabrita, Sudarshan, Avarna, and Dhumaketi. King Bharata performed his duties and all of his activities as an offering to Krishna. Through this, King Bharata's consciousness became pure, and he became free of lust, anger, greed, and material attachment. His heart having become clean, his devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead grew every day.
I regard you all with great love and affection, like a father would with his own children. Therefore, it is very difficult for me to tell you that I have decided to renounce everything and move to the forest.
Maharaj Bharat, we cannot live without you. You are our life.
Yes, but it is time for me to dedicate myself to the spiritual path. But do not worry, I know my sons will rule with perfection. Thank you all for your kindness. The more that I meditate upon you, my Lord, my heart melts with ecstasy. My hairs stand on end, and tears flow from my eyes.
Maharaj Bharat witnessed a frightened doe running away from the lion, dropping her newborn fawn into the river. The fawn floated down the river, motherless. Feeling great compassion for the baby deer, Maharaj Bharat saved him and took him back to his ashram. He fed the deer, protected him from danger, played with him, petted him, and even kissed him out of love. Eventually, he became negligent of the Lord that previously filled his life.
He disturbs my spiritual life, but how can I abandon him? Okay, I need to meditate. Go play, go. Oh no! Where's he gone? What if he's in danger? I must look for him. Deer! My deer! Where's my deer? My deer! Deer!
Because he was thinking of a deer at the time of death, he became a deer in his next life. However, by Krishna's mercy, he could remember his previous life.
How foolish I am for falling from the spiritual path. I had become self-controlled, self-realized, and I engaged constantly in remembering the Supreme Lord of the universe. But somehow I was so foolish to allow my mind to once again become attached to an animal, a deer. Now I have been reborn in this body of a deer, and I have strayed far away from my spiritual goal of life.
Soon Maharaj Bharat left his dear mother and wandered into a river where he fasted until he left his body. Again, by Krishna's mercy, he remembered his previous lives. At this point, Maharaj Bharat is known as Geeta Bharat. Geeta Bharat was afraid to fall down again, so to save himself, he presented himself as deaf, dumb, and foolish to others, but always remembered Krishna within his heart.
What an idiot brother! You'll never be a Brahmin. You should be thrown to work in the fields. I don't know why father spent so much time helping you, you dumb man.
Stop! How can you be so cruel? Your brother may be different, but he is still your brother. Come, I want to teach you Gayatri Mantra. Now, repeat after me. Om. Come on, try. Om. When will you learn? I've tried so much, but I will not give up, okay? We will try again tomorrow.
He eventually died, and Geeta Bharat was left in the care of his evil brothers. The brothers left him in a field, treating him like an animal, and one night, some dacoits wandered into the field.
some jewels. Ooh, woman. Ah, a snake! He's not looking or saying anything.
He's perfect for a sacrifice to Kali Mata.
By cleaning his body, dressing him in fancy clothing, and covering him with scented oils. Jada Bharat did everything he was told. He even sat down in front of the Kali Mata deity while the dacoits chanted and threw flower petals.
Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata.
Seeing Jada Bharat, a great devotee, kneeling in front of her to be sacrificed, Kali Mata furiously emerged from her deity form and slaughtered the dacoits. Such is the fate of anyone who harms a pure devotee. Eventually, Jada Bharat attained spiritual perfection, and Krishna personally came to take him back home, back to Godhead.
Rama Rama Hare
Mata.